Reforming democracy by ignoring democracy. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. The Liberals have come out with their plan to reform the country's electoral system, and quite frankly, it's not much of a plan at all. They're going to strike a committee and consult. That's right, but don't expect a referendum anytime soon, not if you listen to Democratic Institutions Minister Maryam Monsef.
The referendum question is much like putting the cart before the horse. Right now, our priority is hearing from a broad range of perspectives from Canadians across the country. And I'm particularly interested in hearing from those Canadians who don't normally engage in the democratic process and those who don't normally vote.
Monsef's plan is to put together a committee of 10 members of Parliament. Of those 10, the Liberals will take 6. They'll also give ex officio status to the Bloc and the Greens. Each of those parties that don't have official status will get 1 member each. Then this committee will go across the country and consult. Asked if it's going to be binding, whatever the committee comes forward with, Monsef just simply said no, but their input will be invaluable. The great question that is not been answered, and the minister didn't answer it when questioned on it, is why even go with change?
The reality is the system we currently have was inherited from the 19th century. The reality is that in a multi-party democracy like Canada in the 21st century, the current system has been criticized for the tendency to distort the will of the electorate, to lead to strategic voting, for example. And as a result, we've seen an erosion of the confidence of Canadians in our electoral system. And we've seen that in for the last 20 years in the lower voter turnout among young people, for example. Yes, we are blessed to have what we have, and we need to maintain it. But in the 21st century, we have new realities to consider, and it's time to recognize that the face of Canada has changed. And if we're going to enhance our system to include all voices, we also need to be aware and very proud that the world is watching us and that we, in this process, are setting a standard for other nations to follow. And that's a responsibility that we cannot take lightly.
Here's my thinking. The Liberals under Justin Trudeau, just like under Pierre Trudeau, don't like the Canada that is. They don't like the institutions like the Library of Parliament that you can see behind me. They don't like the way that this country was built. They don't like the country's roots, and they're determined to do anything they can to change it. Change the national anthem, change the name of all the departments, change the name of the country, change the Constitution, change the way we vote. They are... I think, quite frankly, they're offended by Canada's British roots, and the Westminster parliamentary system may be the last vestige that is so public. So Trudeau wants to change it. But the people have already said, we want to have a say. We did a poll last January that showed 73% of Canadians, that is a majority across the country, across party lines, say you can't change the electoral system without holding a referendum. If you haven't signed our petition yet, go to LetUsVote.ca. We'll keep up the pressure on this, and make sure you contact your MP, the Prime Minister as well. Be polite in your discussions. We can't go to a system that the rest of the world operates on, looking at what the third world does. No, we're Canada. We are one of the oldest, most stable democracies on the planet, and part of the reason for that is our electoral system. It is our parliamentary system. Let's not mess with it. Go to LetUsVote.ca. That's LetUsVote.ca.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.